This is our house. It's where I've lived nearly all my life. For the past 2 years, I've lived with my mother and my 3 godfathers. Well, 4 really, including Pete. But he got married and moved away. But after today, it's all going to be different. Dave and Gary are moving too. There'll only be 3 of us here. Mum and me and Chris. Because today, Mum and Chris are getting married. This is Liz arriving. She's Mum's matron of honour. And Uncle Frank's come all the way from Rome to give Mum away. He and Mum were crying an awful lot last night. Happy crying, though, not sad crying.
Well, I can hardly believe it, but I'm glad. I really am glad. It's about time. If Chris Johnson had waited any longer, I'd have given him a good shaking. They'll be happy, of course. The 2 of them are made for each other. But it's going to be sad. Oh, I've had my moments with all of them, but I'm going to miss the Godfathers. It just won't be the same. Not ever again. Still, I suppose I'll find something to complain about. Now, where's George? If he doesn't hurry himself, we'll be late at the church.
I can't stand it. He'll drive me round the bend. Was I this bad when I got married? Couldn't have been. I was as calm as can be. It's making me nervous, and I'm only the best man. God, have I got the ring? Yes, I have. Come on, Chris, get your gear on. This is your wedding day, and we are not, repeat, not going to be late. Maria and Chris. It had to be this way. It just had to be. After 2 years. God, has it really been that long?
I won't mind moving. I really won't. Well, I will. Who wouldn't? It's been great. I'm so happy about the whole thing. Happy for Chris, Maria and Mike. Moving into a place of my own looks pretty good. It's not as if the family's breaking up. We'll still be able to visit each other. We couldn't very well go on living with Maria and Chris after I'm married. It wouldn't have been fair. Anyway, Mike needs a father a whole lot more than he needs a godfather.
I'm really glad, person. Really glad that Chris is going to be my father. Isn't it tremendous? I thought today had never come. All the things that have happened during the week. It's been crazy. I think it's been the craziest week of my whole life.
Early morning, sleepy yawn, and wake up with the sun in my eyes and face another day. Yesterday I thought the rain would tumble down and blot out the skies, but still it brought to me the Godfathers, a change in my world. The Godfathers bringing me the, telling me the word for such a good life. Everybody else has one. I tell my troubles to 3, and nothing worries me. If I could, I know I would not live naturally. I'd rather be with the Godfathers, a change in my world. The Godfathers bringing me the, telling me the word for such a good life.
thing was the argument about the clothes. I'm pretty sure that was it. They were all sitting in Dave's room.
Definitely dinner suits.
Why? Sorry?
Because it's a 5 o'clock wedding, that's why. I mean, it's etiquette.
You don't have to, though. I still say morning coats.
But Chris, you're not being married in the morning.
So?
Exactly.
Look, you had morning coats.
I was married in the morning. I still wish I hadn't even bothered. I wince whenever I think of the hiring cost of those.
Well, I still plug for lounge suits.
Look, whose wedding is this?
Yours.
Right.
All right. We're only trying to guide you.
And I appreciate it.
But you and Maria have both been married before.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, Maria's not wearing a bridal gown. She's not wearing white.
Look, I'm perfectly capable of...
It's a bit silly if we all front up at 5 in the afternoon looking as though we're going to the Melbourne Cup.
Here, here.
Anyway, you can't wear clothes like that.
Who can't?
Well, you can't. Look, it was different when you're at my wedding. You're only the best man, but this is your wedding. But you look as though you're wearing fancy dress and a morning suit.
Look, let's not start a row. I thought I looked all right at your wedding.
Well, none of us like to tell you.
Pete.
It's got to face the facts.
Oh, thanks.
Cut it out.
Dinner suits are much more appropriate.
Gary, and I don't own one. Well, it's not for that reason, but I agree with Dave. I think lounge suits.
Dinner suits.
Morning suits.
Mike, have you reached a decision?
No, not yet. They're still arguing.
You'll have to decide. The wedding's on Saturday.
You going out again tonight, Mum?
Yes.
Mum, why is it such a secret? Why don't you tell us where you go?
Because I wanted to stay a secret for a while yet.
Will I go and get Chris?
No, don't disturb them. My taxi's waiting. Anyway, I'd rather they all decided about what they were wearing.
Will it be very late, Mum?
Not too late. Mike, before Chris leaves tonight, would you ask him to phone me in the morning?
Okay.
Good night.
Mum, are you still excited?
About marrying Chris? Yes. And very, very happy.
Me too.
Lounge suits. Well, at least it's settled. It was a bit of a struggle. We've still got the whole week to get through. Let's make the coffee.
It's dead crook when you're not even running your own wedding.
You're paying for it. Isn't that enough?
Yeah, and I'm graciously allowing you to be my best man. Sometimes I wonder why we're friends.
Because I'm lovable, that's why.
Oh, come on.
Lounge suits probably are the safest. I don't think I'd trust you to look your best in a dinner suit either.
Get out.
Bob, help!
Then there was a phone call from Mr. Peterson. And suddenly Mum had no one to give her away.
Well, that's better, Dad. Now I can hear you. We must have a bad line. Could you go through it again for me?
What's wrong?
But it might clear.
Can I have some more toast? Shh.
Yeah, I know. Well, look, Dad, is there anything I can do for you? Yeah, that's right.
I've got a terrible feeling.
I'll tell Maria. She'll understand. Okay, Dad. You too. Bye.
He can't make it.
Surrounded by floods. Dad says it looks as though the level won't drop for a week. He even tried to get a helicopter. It all looks a bit unreliable. He says he doubts if he'll be able to give you away, Maria.
Is he sure?
Yeah, well, when the river's up that high, you can't guarantee anything. He feels really bad about letting you down, Maria.
Oh, no, it's not his fault.
Well, what's going to happen?
You'll have to get someone else.
Yes. Are they all right, Gary, your family?
Oh, yeah, it happens every couple of years. They're not in any danger, it just means they're cut off.
I'd love to be in a flood.
No, you wouldn't.
Don't be silly, Mike. Sit down and have your breakfast. I'll think of something.
I know we discussed it before, but one of us could still give you away.
I know.
But you'd prefer someone older.
Oh, it's not that. It's just I could make a choice.
Well, suppose we came to an agreement between us. If Dave and I settled it between us, then you wouldn't have to cope with the decision.
That's right.
Well, why couldn't I do it?
Oh, Mike, because...
Well, I can push a chair. It's easy.
I know, but I was looking forward to seeing you sitting in the front when I came into the church. I was depending on you for moral support.
Will you be nervous, Mum?
Oh, brides usually are.
I will. Okay, then.
You really would like someone a bit older, wouldn't you?
Am I terribly old-fashioned?
Of course not.
Oh, but I'm very grateful to the both of you for being so willing.
Who will you get then?
I don't know.
I know who she'd really like to give her away.
Frank?
Yeah.
I thought that too.
Really, he's the one she's wanted all along.
I know he's the husband's brother, but he's the only real family she's got. Why hasn't she asked him to fly out?
Scared to. She thinks he'd be upset. Mike reckons she's going to write to him when it's all over. She doesn't want anything to ruin things for Chris.
What do you reckon?
We'd be taking a risk.
I think we should.
Cable or telephone?
Phone, it's better. Let's talk to Liz. Might be better if she calls.
I hope we know what we're doing.
They did. That afternoon, the cable arrived from Uncle Frank, offering to give her away. Mum never knew how it all happened, and she never will. Uncle Frank made us promise we'd never say anything. But when she got that cable, Mum was really happy. And I guess that's the main thing.
I think it's great.
I just can't get over it.
As long as you're happy, that's the main thing.
Happy?
When's he arrive? He says he could be here on Friday.
Can't make it before. He's coming all the way from Rome.
Can I have a look?
Yes, there. Oh, I thought he'd be hurt. After all, I was once married to his brother. I should have believed, had more
Is
faith.
your cable back?
Right away.
Well, it's all settled then.
Yes.
Good, I'm glad.
Mum was going out again. None of us knew where she went still. She just wouldn't say. It didn't worry Gary or Dave too much. But Chris was the one. He was really starting to get suspicious. He'd asked her a few times, but she just wouldn't tell him anything. He could all tell he was getting upset at not knowing. So that night, when Mum got back...
Chris,
Surprised to see me?
why aren't you at your motel?
Why? Do you mind me being here?
No, how did you get in?
The back door. Nobody knows I'm here. They've all gone to bed.
It's bad luck, you know. The bride seen too much of the groom before the wedding.
Where have you been?
Chris, please.
It's been almost every night for the last couple of weeks. A taxi takes you off and it brings you back. Now, I think I'm pretty trusting by nature, but well, you've really got me wondering.
You promised.
I know, but crying out loud, Maria, I'm worried. Now, you've got to admit it looks a bit odd.
Let's have a cup of coffee.
I don't want a cup of coffee. I want an answer.
I don't like to be spied on.
What do you mean being spied on? We're being married on Saturday. I want to know why my wife has to sneak in and out of this house every night without once telling anyone where she's been.
I am not your wife yet.
They had a fight, of course. It woke us all up. Chris went out and banged the door. So even Mrs. Parsons must have heard. Then we were all in the hallway. Mum had been crying.
Maria, was that Chris?
I'm sorry I woke you. Yes, it was me.
What happened?
He'd been waiting out for me. He wanted to know where I'd been.
Have you been crying, Mum?
No, Mike, not really. Oh, he does annoy me. I've been trying so hard to keep it a secret. Why does he want to know? I wanted to surprise him. I can't tell him. I won't tell him.
But what?
I suppose I should tell someone. All right. Just stay there. Stay where you are. If you only knew how difficult it's been not to say anything, particularly to Chris, him more than anyone. It's the clinic I've been going to. I've been going to the clinic. You see? You see me? They tell me I'm a miracle.
Then it was Thursday. And Saturday was getting closer and closer. Things started really getting frantic now. All the different things to be organised. Liz kept calling them last-minute things. And right in the middle was Mum. She was the only one who always seemed to be calm. And she never stopped doing exercises. None of us said anything to Chris. He and Mum made up. And he never asked her where she went again. Mum just kept walking as much as she could. And walking and walking. The doctors reckon they've never seen anyone so determined. And every night she'd go off to the clinic for more therapy. When they came home, Gary and Dave would be with her. They'd encourage her and barrack her on. Her Mum was getting better and better, and her legs were getting stronger and stronger. But it was still a secret. Apart from us and Liz, no one knew.
Come in, Mrs. Parsons.
I used the back way. It's easier. Good evening.
Hi, Mrs. Parsons.
I wanted to catch you before you went out. I presumed you were going out.
Yes, I am.
You seem to have been out every night lately.
Yes.
All very mysterious, my dear. Anyway, I brought you something borrowed.
Oh.
It's a small brooch. It used to belong to my mother. I thought you might like to just pin it on
Oh,
somewhere.
Mrs. Parsons, how very kind. Come into my room. Elizabeth's in there. We're just discussing clothes.
Oh, my dear, trousers are my special.
Good. All right.
Fine. Now, where was I? Signing checks. Listen, why can't you tell us where you're going for your honeymoon? Why the big secret?
Because I don't think it's anybody else's business.
Nor do I.
I know somewhere.
Yeah, say Manly and I'll thump you.
Oh, it's nothing to do with Manly. I know somewhere that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, where's that?
Bundernoon.
Bundernoon?
Well, what's wrong with you? You probably never even heard of it. It's where Glowworm Glen is.
What's that?
Oh.
Chris, are we still picking you up at the motel tomorrow?
What do you mean, picking me up?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. Your stag dinner.
I've had it.
No, this is the one we're giving you.
He's forgotten.
The three of us are taking you.
Oh, no, I hadn't forgotten. That's right. That's tomorrow night, isn't it?
tomorrow.
Yeah, where are you taking me?
I voted for Harry's Capita Wheels. I was outvoted.
Somewhere very special.
What do you mean, somewhere? We're taking you out everywhere. The four of us are going to paint the town red, white, and blue, green, pink, and yellow.
Allah!
And that's just what they did. Really, my godfathers don't drink more than anyone else. But Mum said later that night they made up for 2 years of temperance.
What are you doing here? You're a naughty boy. Naughty. You should be back at your little motel. This is the night before your wedding. You should not be here.
Oh. What are you doing here? You should be home. Helen will be worried.
She will. She absolutely worships me. And I don't blame her. I am a very good husband. You know, she calls me Tiddles. Tiddles!
Oh, dear.
Come on.
Isn't anyone tired?
Me.
Where's
no.
the time?
Maria's not going to like this.
No one wake Maria. I'll tell you what we do.
What are we doing? Pete, let's pack it in.
We'll play hiding.
Oh, it's late.
No, it's early.
Pete, listen, please.
Shh. Now, look, I will count to 50, and the dining room tables are whipping.
What is?
This is the whipping.
How's it fit?
50.
And we hide, right?
And dining room tables are whipped.
A night to remember.
Quick. Oh, Tiddles is counting. Tiddles is. Oh, and I'm getting married in the morning. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to bed. See you. Lovely night.
6,
Lovely.
Thanks. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm crazy for the love of you. 40. Oh, young lover.
What are you doing? Do you know it's 2 o'clock? Where is everyone?
Hiding. I'm a whipping.
Where's Chris?
Don't know.
Peter, where is Chris? Is he in the house?
Oh, don't touch me there. Never touch me there.
Oh, Peter, please.
Give us a kiss.
Oh, Peter, fancy you getting drunk like this. I'm ashamed of you. Is Chris all right?
He's all right. He's hiding.
Oh, Peter, get down off the table. I want you to find Chris, and I want you to go home. Do you realize it's today? Today there's a wedding. Frank's asleep down the hall. What do you think?
I'm so happy.
Oh, sober up, Peter. Come on now. I want you to take Chris to the motel. He can't stay here. Bad luck. Peter! Peter!
Oh, look out, Chris is after you. The Lone Ranger's after you. Old Vince Barger.
Pete sobered up and he went off in a taxi. Then it was today. The whole house seemed to be full of people. The flowers came, more telegrams, and the wedding presents were still arriving at 2 o'clock. There was a kind of atmosphere. Everyone was kind of caught up in it. And I think Mum was very nervous about walking down the aisle, but she was determined not to get tired and to see it through. Then before we knew it, it was time for us all to leave for the church.
That's what I'd like to know. You don't think she's changed her mind? Thanks. I mean, she's 12 minutes late.
Well, that's all right. Helen was 20 minutes late at your wedding. Are you sure you've got the ring?
Will you relax? Yes, I've got the ring.
All right.
And so, Chris and I were married. I have a husband, Mike has a father, and Peter and Gary and Dave will always be our friends and a part of the family. And of course, they'll still be Mike's godfathers. I don't think anything will change that. They say that this is the happiest day of a woman's life. I only know that I will treasure the memory of every single day of the past 2 years. No woman could have had more than I.
Sleepy on and wake up with the sun in my eyes and face another day. Yesterday I thought the rain would tumble down and blot out the skies, but still it brought to me the Godfathers, a change in my world. The